Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 easy breakfast ideas using Trader Joe's items. Now I love Trader Joe so much because they have a great selection of pre-made meals that I use kind of as a base for a lot of my meal ideas, and then I just add on different ingredients to make it more healthy and nutritious for what I would like to feed my family. Oh, and also the snacks. I love the Trader Joe's snacks. While my intention is to always eat the best that we possibly can, balance is key, and that means that there's always room for snacks. But not today. We will get to that eventually. All right, so if you're ready, let's head right on in to those 3 easy breakfast ideas using some really great Trader Joe's items. All right, let's go.
So first off is this delicious waffle recipe. Actually, recipe is a stretch since this just requires assembling things together. We're starting off with these blueberry waffles that I love. They're lightly sweetened with pear juice and pineapple concentrate, and I can totally eat these plain with nothing on them. They have a nice crispy outer layer and specks of blueberry inside, and the ingredients aren't clean by any means, but one waffle has 16 grams of carbs and 3 grams of fiber, which I feel like is acceptable. While it's toasting, I'm going to grab some frozen berries, and when it comes to berries, I always spend a few extra cents to buy organic because conventional berries are very heavily sprayed with pesticides. And I'm just going to microwave them for about a minute to turn them into my version of sugar-free berry compote. Ooh, and this video is a good reminder I need to change my clocks for daylight savings. Yum. How good does that look? Now it's time for assembly. I'm going to use some nut butter for fat and protein, and also some hemp seeds. So the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Just top your toasted waffle with as much nut butter as you want, and then pour on your berry compote, and sprinkle on the hemp seeds. And voila! So easy and delicious. The second meal idea is a tad bit more involved but still very simple and so delicious. It's shakshuka, which is a North African and Middle Eastern dish. Trader Joe's makes it really easy with this shakshuka starter that you can find in the breakfast freezer section. I'm also going to add pancetta that's already been diced, which you can find near the salmi and other cured meats. So we're going to saute the pancetta in a skillet. I'm using my cast iron, which is way too big for what I'm using it for, but that's okay. Once it's nice and browned, you'll add in the frozen shakshuka, and as the directions say, about 2 tablespoons of water. The ingredients in here are great. Just tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, tomato paste, olive oil, garlic, cilantro, salt, paprika, and spices. There's a little more sodium than what I'm comfortable feeding to my infant, but with his portion, I mostly give him the eggs, which we'll add in a little bit. There's also a tiny bit of a spice kick, just a little bit, but my 11-month-old eats it fine. Now I'm going to add a bit more water here to help the shakshuka melt and cook through. Now I'm going to make 2 little wells and crack my eggs into it. Hey, that looks like a face, an evil villain's face. Now I'm going to pour on lots and lots of feta cheese on top of that, and also some dollops of pesto. The one that I'm using is the Kirkland brand from Costco. I honestly can't do any other brand of pesto. Nothing compares. This one is seriously the best. But you can find both the refrigerated version and non-refrigerated version of pesto at Trader Joe's. And then for a little bit of color, I'm going to shred up a handful of spinach and throw that right on top. Does that not look so good? The saltiness of the pancetta paired with the acidity of the tomatoes and peppers, it's really good. You can eat this with some crusty bread or just plain. Now last but not least, another quick assembly breakfast idea. This is a simple way of making yourself a breakfast sandwich in the morning. These sandwiches are breadless and a staple in my freezer for when I'm on the go. They're a little bit small portion-wise for me, but that's why I'm going to bulk it up with extra ingredients. The directions say to cover the sandwich in a wet paper towel and microwave it for 50 seconds, and then flip it and microwave it for another 50 seconds. So that's what I'm doing here. Now while that's going, I'm going to toast up some whole wheat sesame sourdough bread from our local bakery. Fast fact, if you find that your body is a little bit sensitive to gluten, the fermentation in sourdough bread actually lowers gluten levels, so it might be better for you. And there are also some studies that show that sourdough might be better for your blood sugar as well. Now the assembly part. I'm going to spread some mayo. I don't know why I put on so little. I love the taste of mayo, so I usually go a little bit crazy. I must have been having an off day. And then I'm going to cut up my bread in half to make a top and a bottom, since I'm only going to be using one slice. And then I'm going to use a handful of arugula. I think arugula is probably my favorite type of green for sandwiches and burgers. It's peppery and so fresh. My kids don't like it, so for them, I'll sub it for spinach. On top of that, I'm going to add avocado. And I like to put the avocado on top of my greens to keep the greens in place. Otherwise, they go flying. Now I'm just going to plop my egg which right on top, and now my breakfast sandwich is complete. Eat this with a side of bacon or some fruit, and I'd say it's a pretty well balanced and filling meal. I really love this breakfast idea because I don't have to spend time cooking up the sausage patty and then the eggs and then cheese and all of that. All of that is done for me by Trader Joe's. Thanks, Trader Joe's.
And there you have it. Those are my 3 easy, healthy breakfast ideas using Trader Joe's items. Now I'm definitely going to be doing a lunch and dinner version of this as well. So if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss those upcoming videos as well. And if you have any Trader Joe's breakfast items that you really like, please go ahead and comment down below, because I mean, there's so many items at Trader Joe's, so many things to discover, and I'd love to hear some of your ideas. All right, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!